Hi everyone, it's Jordan again, and I am so happy to be back here for, Lord willing, another full year of Through Jordan's Eyes vlogs. Thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to be here, and I hope you guys had a fantastic December month and a really beautiful Christmas season. I know that I did. I was so blessed and so fortunate with how nice my Christmas season was, and I am honestly quite saddened that it's over. I don't know if you can relate to that or agree with me on that, but the day after Christmas, the time after Christmas is always just kind of a sadder time for me. You know, you stop hearing Christmas music and you have to take down all the decorations, which I have actually not done yet because it's just a sad thing for me to do. You're just putting Christmas away for a long time, right? Or at least it feels that way to me. Like the next Christmas is forever away. If that's where you are, then you're in good company, first of all, because I'm the exact same way. But I want to read you this devotional that kind of helped me with it a little bit. It's called Jesus is the Reason for Christmas and Every Season in Between. After a month of rushing around trying to get everything ready to celebrate Christmas, it's time to take down the decorations and the tree. After a big build-up for some, it leaves them feeling a little sad to take down the tree, and others feel a sense of relief that the stress of the season is over. Here's the thing though, it's not truly over. The good news of Christmas did not end in a stable in Bethlehem. Instead, that was the beginning of an epic true story that would be played out for over 2,000 years. Life happens between the high points. Most of life is lived in the day-to-day moments that aren't super exciting. But because Jesus was born and lived a sinless life, dying is the unblemished sacrifice, we can enjoy the peace of God and peace with God, and it doesn't end there. We can walk in His grace and love every day of our lives. Christmas may be over, but He never changes. Though some days seem to have lost their sparkle, He remains a wonderful counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. We still have a reason to celebrate. We still have a great reason for joy today and every day. On all the big celebration days and on all the days in between, God is with us. John 1:14 says, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen His glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth." My favorite line in this whole thing, I like this whole thing, but I love when it says, "Though some days seem to have lost their sparkle." And I got to thinking, I've never been able to put words or one concise word around what the Christmas season is to me, but I think sparkle is a perfect one. I think there's just something, I don't know, it sounds kind of cheesy, but just something in the air during Christmas time that just makes it so hopeful. There's so much sparkle when you see Christmas lights and get to listen to Christmas music, which I did so much of during this Christmas season, and you get to just meditate on Jesus and His birth, and there's just something about it that's really hopeful. And it puts sparkle, at least for me, into my days during the Christmas season. But then after the Christmas season, that kind of gets lost. It's kind of like, okay, well, Christmas is over, sparkle's gone, I'll just go back to my normal days and, you know, less sparkle, but I'll be okay. But no, that's what she's saying here, is that season of sparkle, if you will, that season of sparkle doesn't need to end when the Christmas season ends. Why? Because God doesn't end when the Christmas season ends. It's not that Jesus says, okay, I'm here with you, I'm Emmanuel, God with us, during the 25 days of December until Christmas Day, and then I'm gone, I'm out of here. See ya. You're done celebrating me, goodbye, I'm done. No, Emmanuel is God with us permanently, every single moment of every single day of every single season. And that's where the sparkle should come from. That concept of Christmas. That idea that Jesus Christ came down to earth from heaven. Came down to earth to be born in a manger. Just knowing that He would only live to die as a sacrifice and then rise again on the third day, just for us, just for you, just for me, just for each of us to be able to be with Him. Just so that He could be God with us. That's the concept of Christmas. And that beauty doesn't need to end when Christmas ends. The beauty of that needs to carry through to every season and every day of our lives. The exciting days when there's a lot going on and we're super happy, and the other days, the days in between, like this says, when maybe we're just getting by, when maybe things are cluttered and things are not going well, and we're just like, I'm just going to survive this day. Both of those days have the same opportunity to keep the concept of Christmas. Both of those days have the same opportunity to keep that hope and that joy. Why? Because both of those days have Jesus in them. God never changes. Our seasons change, our events change, our moments change, but God never changes. He is always God with us. Emmanuel, He is always, I'm going to read the rest of my favorite sentence, He is always our wonderful counselor, our mighty God, our everlasting Father, and our Prince of Peace. That, I don't know where that verse came from, but I don't remember. I think it might be Isaiah or Luke, but that verse is only read during Christmas time. But what if we tried to remember those things throughout the year? He's our wonderful counselor, our mighty God, our everlasting Father, our Prince of Peace. Not just during the 25 days of December that we celebrate Christmas, but during every day of our year, during every season. What would change for us if that concept of Christmas, that season of sparkle, that joy, that hope, that knowledge of Jesus, that feeling, that memory of keeping Jesus present in, being present in our lives, knowing Jesus is with us, what would change if we took that throughout every single day and not just Christmas Day? Wonder if we can try to do that as we enter a brand new year, 2025. What if we tried to keep that concept of Christmas going every single day, knowing that Jesus is God with us, Emmanuel, our wonderful counselor, our mighty God, our everlasting Father, our Prince of Peace, every single day, in this moment, in the next moment, in the moment before this moment. He was the same. He is the same. Let's try to keep that with us. Let's try to keep the concept of Christmas going, and let's try to share it with a world that so desperately needs it. To quote Matthew West, I don't know if you've ever heard me mention him before, but to quote one of his songs, happy day after Christmas, and merry rest of your year. Because even when Christmas is over, the light of the world is still here. The light of the world is still here, guys. God is good all the time. I love you guys. Bye.